So we were going to talk with TG about that anyway.
Yes, absolutely. So we'll get ours
we'll
off.
have some context. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. But as I mentioned earlier when we were talking about with Minka's new deal, this does make the Steelers have the highest paid defense in the league. Now, we know how the team finished last year statistically was not the best. We know against the run, we were absolutely the opposite of being the best, literally. And with that being the case now, healthier, but we're still without to it. Obviously, we keep a lot of the pieces together from last year's defense. If we're being
couple additions too.
Yeah, a couple additions, but a lot of the core group is still there. So with that being the case, just wanted to say, like, what do we expect from this defense now? Has our expectations changed now because of them being the highest paid defense in the league?
Nah, nothing's changed to me. Because did that change once we signed Minka?
It did, yes.
Where we were probably one of the top 3 or 4 highest paid before we signed Minka then, correct?
I wouldn't know off the top of my head, no.
I'd assume. We were probably in the top 5.
We were in the conversation, though.
You
Absolutely. You had to be in the conversation.
You have to be. This contract couldn't be the one that just put us automatically in the top 3. We were probably floating around
unless
there.
this was a $100 million deal that we didn't know about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Were there any hidden years in this deal?
No, my expectation has not changed. Maybe after we made some of these signings earlier in the offseason, whenever we're talking about Miles Jack and Levi Wallace and whatnot, getting healthier. But ever since then, I've truly believed we should be a top 5 defense. Yeah. That's the basis. That's the median, I'd say. Or median, I don't even know my terms. Is median or the middle, whatever. That's middle of the road.
Yeah.
Low end, top 10. High end, best defense in the league. Yeah. Those are my expectations. They should be able to do that, even without to it.
Yeah. Now,
make another signing, or one of these dudes, Loudermilk, Liao, Wormley. There's going to be something going on good with this defensive line. Aluwalu being back, we're going to be able to make up for it.
Well, the thing that's funny to me is this, man. I don't look at it as like I don't have 3 options, but to me, my expectation is they need to be one of the top 5 defenses in the NFL, like that upper echelon. Not the best, because we know, man, it's tough to be the best defense. Like, yeah, that's just hard.
And you could probably argue that between like 3 or 4 teams anyway.
Well, and it depends on what you're grading it on as well, man. Are you talking about total points, total yardage, against the run, against the pad, like all that, was it point differential and all that stuff? Who leads in turnovers? Like, it's a lot of ways that we could do it. But as a whole, like, you need to be in that conversation of top 5, whether we're talking eyeball test, statistics, run, however we look at it, like, that is how you need to be viewed. So we do share similar sentiments, but my question is, with the defense, as I said earlier, we bring back a lot of the pieces from last year. Why do we feel that's attainable? Because last year we weren't in that conversation.
Well, we're going to give Akello a full year at cornerback, and we saw what he did those last 6 games.
Right.
I'm excited about that. Levi Wallace, I think, is a really solid cornerback. So I think he'll be an upgrade on the outside to Sutton. Now, Sutton plays the slot, his more natural position. And we got filler guys, Trey Norwood, Arthur Mallette, whoever, to throw in there as well.
Shout out to Arthur Mallette. That's my Arthur buddy, bro.
Yeah.
I got to see him, man, I forgot to tell you that, man. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. We're doing, I was doing one of my radio.
Something?
Bro, he ran up on me because I had never seen him in person.
Is he tuning in?
I don't know. I'm going to just say he is. I don't know, though. But I was down there when OTA's minicamp was going on. It was like the first day. So I'm about to interview Cam Sutton. And they're walking off the field. And I hear somebody yelling, "Hey, yo! Hey, yo!" So I'm like, yo, who is this dude who got the chain on? I'm like, I've never seen this dude, but he's new. I know he's new. I'm like, I don't know who he is, though. So he runs over and he's like, yo, it's my Arthur brother right there. And I'm like, oh, Arthur as soon as he said it, as soon as he said it, click. I'm like, yo, that's Marlette. Dapped my bro. It was an awesome fit. I haven't dapped up an Arthur M. like since my dad, bro. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. I was like, yo, man, salute us Arthur M's in the building, man. So, yeah, I kind of want him to continue to do well. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, he did fine for us.
Yep, just throwing it out there. I need him to do well now, man. I'm on his team. Bro.
So I think secondary improved. Linebackers can only be improved. But now we bring in a guy we're talking about.
Are you jinxing it by saying it like that, man? Because you said that about the offensive line a year ago.
No, but come on.
Come on. No. Come on now.
Listen.
You said the same thing verbatim last year.
I get it. But the offensive line was more improving last year, at least. You could say that. And I was like, you know what? I see some potential in these guys. Miles Jack is very proven. And we're getting Devin Bush, who we had all of last year, and probably his worst form. Come on, that can only go up, right? a year removed from the ACL as well. Linebacker should be much improved. Should be very much improved.
You said much improved. Huh?
Brian Flores in the room too. Now, I bring up Brian Flores. I was going to bring up Terrell Austin. Yeah, he has experience as a defensive coordinator.
I know he does.
Just new vibes in the defensive room right there. But linebackers improved, cornerbacks improved, safeties were fine. Hopefully their workload is a little bit lighter this year. In terms
you don't want 128 and
making
like 90 on the other end, man. Come on.
Stuff. But yeah, Minkah. We know who Minkah is. Terrell Edmonds has only been getting better. Defensive line, I think, is the big question mark, but we're getting Alu back. Cam Hayward is aging like fine wine. So we're just really looking at that last spot between Wormley, Loudermilk, and Liao. There's talent there. There's a guy in Wormley, can get maybe 6-7 sacks for you, be a little staple. And there's some upside. Loudermilk, Liao, like I said. So we'll see. I think that's the reason for optimism with the defense, even though we do have a lot of the core back.
No, I can respect that then.
Healthier, and we made some really nice additions too.
Yeah, because I think for me, man, my two biggest hangups is just, like I said, that D-line spot opposite Cam. Who emerges, who's the consistent player, or are we using a rotation and all three of these guys are consistently doing their part? Whatever method we take, that has to work out, man. And then just that corners. We know they could be cornerback 2. Who's going to be cornerback 1? That's what we were waiting to find out.
My money's on Akella.
I hope you're right. I just, I get nervous every time you pick a horse in a race. Cause,
yeah, I get it. But there's way more reasoning behind this than Pierre, though. I got to see 6 solid games from Akella.
This is true.
Didn't get burned in any of those games. Had 3 picks, critical picks, too, playing with a ton of confidence. Whereas Pierre, all we got to see was him turn his hips against the Browns in the wild card. That was it. But I got excited. What can I say? I got excited.
Yes, this is fair enough. This is fair. Yeah.
You spoke highly of him. Maybe not to the degree I was hoping, but other people are speaking highly on him too, at least.
Yeah.
I ran with it. What can you do? It happens. Witherspoon.
And he still is a good player. He's going to have his moments, and he did even last year.
Some special teams plays too.
Right, but it's just as a whole, like, he's limited in certain elements, man. But
he could be a nice guy for us to throw in dime packages, maybe.
But I guess I love our depth. I think that we have a ton of depth. I think we have a ton of versatility at corner. I just don't know if we have a head to this snake that we have right now. Because Akello and Levi, if we had a proven already cornerback 1, then we're sitting here like, oh, man, who you want? It's whatever. Like, line them up. We don't care. Cam Sutton's the 4th. Oh, man, we feeling great. James Pierre is number 5. Oh, shoot, man. Like, we nice with this thing. But right now, we're trying to see, okay, is it Akello or Levi? Are they that guy? If they're that guy, then this is great. But if they're not, now we're back in this situation. And we
should have signed James Bradbury.
Right. That's what we'll be saying. That's the part for me where I'm just, and this is one of those things you just got to wait and see, And this is, the optimism is still there. The alumni in me is still there as well. But that's the part when we're just like being, just like taking that step back and just looking at it. That's kind of how I feel. Just like, man, are these guys going to really be able to step up to that level? Because if they do, great. But we know how many corners have tried to do that. We've tried drafting guys to do that. We know, this is not an easy task. And we also know in the AFC, we got talent, a lot of talent at receiver.
What's good, though, is both those guys are from the outside.
Very true. Very true. It worked last time we rushed away from the outside, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah. Don't draft them. Just pay them.
Steven Nelson and Joe Hayden. Yeah. 2 really good guys that we brought in recently.
Yeah.
Levi Wallace, Akello Witherspoon.
I would
2
agree.
guys from the outside.
I would agree.
Hopefully we got those vibes again.